What is up, everybody? Max Monty 1516 here, back again, and this is going to be an extremely different video from pretty much anything I've ever done before. Now, at the beginning of the year, I made a Bachmann Thomas and Friends collection video, and since then, I have gotten a lot more into collecting the merchandise range, and I've really dedicated a lot of this year to collecting Bachmann and doing more with Bachmann, and I've had a lot of fun doing it. So I've just accumulated a lot more stuff, but of course, I mean, the main thing you're here for is the layout. And I have been working on just a small HO layout that I'd like to show off in this video. However, before I start that, I think January was probably like the worst time to ever make a collection video because I've gotten a ton of new stuff since then. And since you'll see it in the running session later on, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys all of the new items I've gotten over the past 4-ish months. So without further ado, let's get started. So pretty much what kicked off this whole thing was a package that I got from a good friend of mine, Ren Prod. So, I mean, again, just subscribe to him. Huge shout out. He sold me a few Bachmann items that I've really been looking for a while. And this stuff is amazing and also at a fantastic price. So first up, here is Duck. So, now I know I had a Duck in the collection video, but that one was very broken. And it's because I had it since I was really little, and I messed up the face, like one of the wheels broke off, and the motor didn't work straight out of the box. So I just ended up never really using that. But finally, I have a working Duck, and he's pretty much in mint condition here. Looks fantastic. Duck's one of my favorite Bachmann models. And yeah, he's just really awesome to have. So the next thing in the package was Troublesome Truck number 5. So this is the little salt van here, just a quick little view. Yeah, overall I really like this one too. Salt vans are some of my favorite pieces of rolling stock. I love like the angled roof they have there, and that's one of the best Troublesome Truck faces I've ever seen. I love that a lot too. And the big things into this box, I'm actually gonna have to use both hands to kind of pull them in here, but we got both of the Scottish twins. We got Donald and Douglas here. So I'll just kind of show them there, and I mean, I guess I can pick them back up. But yeah, these guys are absolutely fantastic. Kind of hard to fit them in frame with the way I have it set up here. But yeah, there's a better look. I mean, Donald and Douglas are awesome. They're some of my favorite characters. And I never really expected to get the Bachmann twins because I didn't want to pay so much to get pretty much the same model twice with just different faces and a couple of paint differences like the number. But yeah, overall, I mean, I do not regret buying these at all, especially for the price that Ren sold them to me for. I am so appreciative of that. And yeah, I'll just go ahead and pull all of this into frame real quick. Yep, these things are absolutely and totally awesome. If you thought Donald and Douglas were big, well, here is Gordon. So I finally got Bachmann Gordon. I know a lot of people were asking me about him, especially after the collection video dropped, but I never really had the money to try and buy a new Bachmann Gordon. So, I mean, it was honestly fantastic when I found this great deal on him. And this is an older model too. It's definitely been used before. It's got a couple of nicks here and there, but I mean, I'm not too upset about it, especially for the price I paid. I paid like a third of what he would go for new. So I'm really not gonna complain at all. I mean, Gordon is still a really fantastic model. I mean, he's not the greatest that Bachmann's made, but I still really like him. And he's definitely like the biggest Thomas and Friends character I have in Bachmann. And a quick look at the tender as well. Just, yeah, overall, these are absolutely awesome. Love this model so much. So I did briefly show these on the channel before in the last video, but I did get the museum coaches, and these things are awesome as well. I really love the colors on these, and I think they look fantastic going around the layout. I mean, the brown and like the gold and the white just look awesome together. I love this combo, and it's honestly really cool that Bachmann even made these. So again, yeah, there they are, and still really happy to have them. So, continuing the rolling stock trend, the next item I got was Bachmann's Troublesome Truck number 6. Or I guess this is the Troublesome Tanker, really. So this was like the tanker that Thomas came across in Africa in the Big World, Big Adventures movie. And I think this is like a really good representation of that. I'm kind of surprised they decided to make the Troublesome Tanker based off of that. But honestly, I'm not opposed because I really like the color of this. The purple really pops. And also, I think the face is a really good representation of what was in the movie as well. So yeah, overall, I mean, this is a really, really nice piece. Really happy to have it. And it adds a lot of color to really any consist you make with it. And finally, the newest Bachmann item I have that I actually just got yesterday as of recording this, it is Busy Bee James. So I got Busy Bee James purely because I set a goal for myself, and that was to have every single toy of Busy Bee James out there, or every single merchandise range that made him. And I made that goal right before the Bachmann one was announced, just a few months before it was announced, actually. So I had been putting Busy Bee James off for a while because I knew I'd get him eventually for that goal. Although I am very happy I got him because despite being kind of goofy, I mean, I still really love Busy Bee James, and I'm really happy I have him overall. And I mean, I probably wouldn't have got him this soon either if it wasn't for such a good deal I got him for. Again, I got this guy on eBay used, and I paid a lot less than I would have for a new one, which I'm very happy about. But yeah, I mean, honestly, this is also in better condition than my normal James, which is nice. My normal James is missing a buffer in his lamp there, and he's got some scratches around. But overall, despite being used, this one is actually still in very good condition. And I'll just quickly show the tender here as well. Another very nice model. Yeah, I really like how the paint is applied on this one. I think they did a great job. So yeah, Busy Bee James is a really cool model as well. And I guess now that's it for the new stuff. So without further ado, which is pretty much what the title of this video said, now I'm going to get into how I built the layout and the process and everything. So hope you guys are ready to see that. So I officially started this project on May 1st, 2023. And with that, I took a trip to my local hobby shop to buy a few things in preparation. I ended up getting some more ballast, some trees, a grass mat, some extra track, as well as these little re-railer pieces that are really nice. Right after that trip, I then went to Home Depot and got myself a giant slab of plywood to make into a table for the actual layout to go on. A few hours later, here's what it was looking like. So I set the table up, I put just a bunch of storage bins under it so it would hold that up and also double as a place to put a bunch of stuff that I didn't really need. So then I went and sprayed the top part of the plywood brown where the grass mat wouldn't cover, because I bought the grass mat to where it wouldn't cover the entire thing because I wanted some like variation in the texture on top. This basically divides it into two parts, kind of being like a grassy area and more of a dirt area. And so, to finish off the night, I got the tracks laid down and decided to give Gordon a little test run. Day 2 wasn't that eventful. I really just got a lot of the ballast down and then stuck a few trees down as well. Day 3, I got a little bit more ballast in and also added some more trees, as well as those really cool little cherry trees that I think are really cute. Then I also put Terrence and Harold on the layout for some decoration, and after that also a little Bachmann Sodor Junction building in the corner. By day 4, the layout was really shaping up, as pretty much all of the ballast is now down, and I extended out the siding a little bit with one of those little re-railer pieces that I just put next to the junction and then added the curve coming out of that. And yeah, I think it looks pretty nice. So I got a couple more trees down as well, and that was pretty much it. And finally, on day 5, I added that small fence, as you can see, but the big thing was the tunnel. So I just went back to the hobby shop, they had a tunnel in stock, and I went and bought it, put it in the corner of the layout, and I think it looks awesome. It really kind of completed the look I was going for, and I really, really like how it looks. And that's how I left the layout for about a month and a half, so without further ado, let's go ahead and see some engines running on this thing, shall we? that's not it, everyone, because I still have one more surprise, or well, change to the layout. But before that, we have another engine, and it is Skarloey. So, I bought Bachmann Skarloey completely just kind of unprompted. I really was not expecting to do that, but I saw that he was on sale on Amazon, and I just decided to go ahead and buy him because I think Skarloey's awesome. Honestly, now after owning him for a little while, like by a little while I mean like a day, but I really do think Skarloey is one of the best Bachmann models out there. He looks fantastic. The proportions are perfect. He's got so much detail. All of the lining here, he's got so many rivets. Even on the back there, like that tiny little number one, just the attention to detail and the intricacy that Bachmann went through to make this item is just stunning, honestly. So it's got a really good face there too. And yeah, Skarloey is awesome. This is my first narrow gauge engine that I've ever owned in Bachmann, and it's my only narrow gauge thing currently. I will buy more. I'm not sure when, but there will be more at some point. So I'm thinking Peter Sam is probably going to be next. I'm also going to get some coaches for Skarloey. But yeah, this is just awesome, and I really, really love this model. So let's go and see him run. So the last addition I made to the layout is actually a pretty significant one, and I have this entire loop of now N-scale track right there for Skarloey to run on. So let's just go ahead and have him hooked up. Basically, it's right here, and I've tried to hide like the wires here under the ballast, although it's kind of slipping off a little bit. But it goes under this track here and just over to where the controllers are. So yeah, now I have a separate controller for the N-gauge stuff. So there goes Skarloey, and I will show him running just like that. He's also very fast too. I won't go at full speed now, but there he is. And Skarloey is just awesome, and I'm really, really happy to have him. So with that final picture of the layout, this is everything, and I am so happy to finally have this video out and ready for you guys to see, because this project has meant a lot to me overall. It's been really fun to work on, and I'm so glad that I finally was able to show it to you guys, just because there's been so much getting in the way of this, and I kept having to delay the video because this really should have been out like a month ago, but it wasn't, and here we are now. So yeah. But now, with everything done and shown, I think that's pretty much everything I have to say. So, without further ado, thank you all so much for watching. Have a great day. Max Monty 1516, signing out.